Greetings traders, welcome to my trading journal. Today I am going to talk about all my August series covered calls that I plan to close tomorrow being expiry, August month's expiry. For those who don't know what covered call strategy is, it is basically a kind of option strategy that offers limited return for a limited risk. A covered call involves selling a call option, OTM call option on a stock that you already own. For example, here I own 125 stocks of Bajaj Finance or 200 stocks of Asian Paints. So for that stock, I basically sell a OTM covered call, that is 3800 covered call. And by owning the stock, you are basically covered. So in case this call, this 3800 call goes in the money at the time of expiration, I'm basically covered by those stocks, right? And that's the reason this strategy is called as covered call, right? So by owning your stock, you are covered if the strike rises and the call option expires in the money. Let me also talk about the entry and the exit. I have already talked about. How one should enter into a covered call position. First thing first is you should own a stock, one lot of stock, and then for example this Bajaj Finance position. When did I enter into it? So whenever there is an IV expansion, that's when you should be entering into it so that you can get better premiums over here, right? So this is the day, 28th of July, when Bajaj Finance was almost 10% up. That's when I decided to, open a covered call. So it was trading at 7,000. I already hold one lot of stocks over here, and I was getting around 15% away strike, that is 8,000 covered, 8,000 call at 40 rupees. The reason why I was getting so much huge premium at that time for a strike which was 15% away is because of this IV expansion. There was some result, and 10% up on a single day, that has all the premiums on the call side were out of the roof at that day, and I found that a better opportunity to get into the trade, right? Similarly, even for rest of the positions for which I hold one lot of stock, I generally get into the position when I see there is a 3 4 5% increase on that particular stock. That's when you get better premiums. My exit strategy is very simple. If at all this premium goes two times, like 80 rupees or 120 rupees, 80 times, two times more than the premium in which I have got it. So for example, if this premium goes to 120, that's when I basically book it, and I martingale that with next set of covered calls in the next expiry or during that expiry itself, so that whatever losses that I have incurred, I'll probably try and get them into even further out strike. For example, if at all I book a loss of 80 rupees over here, when it goes to 120, I basically book 80 rupees of loss here. So what I would do then, if at all this goes to 120, the further out strike, for example 8500 or 9000 strike, I would probably get it at 40 rupees, and I will be entering into two covered call position then. So 40 40 80 is what I will cover over here, and whatever losses that I've incurred onto this call, I will be getting all those profit compensated by shorting those 9000 calls at that time. Fortunately, I didn't come across that situation in this particular expiry for any of these stocks. Today I have already booked SDFC Bank. So the kind of margin it requires is very less, maybe not more than 1 lakh rupees. So if you see, for 1 lakh rupees for each of these lots, we are getting some handsome returns. This 1200 or this is 5% of 1 lakh, this is 2% of 1 lakh, this is 3%, this is 2%, this is also 1%, right? So that's the kind of return that you can get, and even if it goes in the money, you are anyways covered with the underlying that you own your holding, right? This is the strategy I heavily rely on, and I try and generate the rental income on it on a regular basis. In case stock goes down, I'm not going to exit from them. They being, you know, fundamentally strong stocks, I believe their fundamental story, and this is the profit I will be getting on a month by month basis. So if you look at it, so for example, my Bajaj Finance stock, my, let's say my, for example, my average price of holding all those 125 stock is, you know, let's say 5,000 rupees. Now with this covered call, I have covered already 40 rupees of on it, right, in this expiry. So I am able to take down my average price from 5,000 rupees to 4,960 rupees by collecting this 40 rupees of premium in August. So on and so forth. I can collect it in September, October, November, and that is how you can generate the rental income, right? So this is how I try and generate this rental income. I briefly talked about entry, exit, different adjustment that one can do. If you guys know better ways of adjusting or better ways of entering or exiting into covered call position, do let me know. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much.